actually live on Facebook and Instagram, so don't worry or wonder when I'm looking up and down. Today we're going to try something new. Actually, we were going to try it for the next couple of weeks. I have gotten so many questions from you guys that I wanted to answer, and the easiest way for me to do so is either on the podcast or right here where we are at this moment, live on Instagram or in the Facebook community. If you're over on Instagram and you want to join the Sparkling Creative community, that's where we're at too here right now. And it's the place where I'm sharing a lot of great tips. I'm there to support you. So when you have any questions, you can just ask them there, tag me, and I'm going to answer them. Plus, there are fellow creatives supporting each other and in growing their Sparkling Creative business. And if you want to join, just go in my profile over on Instagram and join us there. If you're listening to or watching this in the Facebook group, you're already in. So yeah, today's question actually, shoot, I forgot. It's Matt's question. So the question is, why should I, as an artist, create content? What type of content and what should I share? So first of all, I would say you definitely should create content. And that doesn't mean you need to write a ton. It doesn't mean you need to do different things than you normally do. So when you're creative, especially a visual creative, you have some visuals anyways. So you're either a graphic designer, you're a painter, an artist, a crafter, a knitter. I'm sorry, I just got a message over on Instagram. I'm sorry for the break. So you're creating any visual content. So that kind of content you can actually photograph, you can film, maybe your screen if you're a graphic designer, how you put something together. You can photograph your paintings, you can photograph your tools, you can do all those things and just share it. I'm sorry. So yeah, you can just share those kind of things. That's content. You don't need to get really fancy in doing it like the bloggers do it, to create like those elaborate DIY things for your audience. That's not important. Basically, all you do as a visual creative is so magical for someone that is not a visual creative or a creative in any form, that they actually love just to learn the magic behind it. So when you're mixing paint, when you're just maybe putting together an inspirational board over on Pinterest together with your client, maybe you can walk your people through that process, because no matter what type of creative work you're creating, there is a process behind it. So, or maybe you're a stylist and you help people dress in a way that fits their body shape, their aesthetic, and in order to help them, you have a specific process you take your client through. So maybe you also have a Pinterest board, or maybe you let them share the pieces they love in their closet or something. Those kind of things are content. Hi there. And that's content you might want to share with your audience. You don't need to write a ton. You can just share images. I like to just share my work in images and then talk a little bit about why I create what I create. So the content you put out there will help you connect with your audience. They get to know you. They can see what you're up to. You can inspire them, because sharing beautiful creative work is totally inspiring people. I don't know how it is for you, but when you're over, for example, on Instagram and you scroll through your feed, don't you want to see pleasing stuff? And pleasing might be really similar, different from what my pleasing might be really different from what you find pleasing. So maybe you like really dark images. Maybe you like really light images, all those things. Maybe you want to follow people that are not really in your creative field. All those people do inspire you. They hopefully at least, I hope you don't follow people that annoy you and make you sad. So that is your work as a creative too. You can ask them questions, you can just share your personality, and you don't need to share like everything. Like, I don't share my kid, at least not his face. You can every now and then see him from the back and everything, but he's not part of my business, and he's not really, he didn't sign up for this. He didn't sign up to be exposed on social media, and my choice is to not do that. I think if you want to do that, and that's your choice and your partner's choice, obviously, then that's totally fine. But for us, that's not what we want. And you can make those boundaries for yourself. So just make sure you share your creative work, you share your process, you let people in, you show a bit of your personality. I mean, right now you can see my office, so you, I don't know, whatever you think about the space I'm in, but you get to see a little bit more about me. It's really smart to show your face, your hands working. Like, that also makes connection, because even though they're just hands, but I don't know, it somehow says something about you. It somehow builds up a connection with your people. So that's connection. That's the important thing. That's why you should share content and create it and put it out there, because in the beginning I've been totally the person that created content and didn't put it out. So put it out there. If it's just stored on your computer, it won't help at all. So create content and put it out. And what type of content? We already touched on that, like images, videos, little snippets, just taking people through the process. You can talk them through the process and show it, like take your camera and just show them and talk in the background, so they don't really need to see your face. Or you can write that down and walk them through the process in writing, whatever you feel like is the easiest for you. Because I would definitely make sure sharing content is fun for you, because otherwise you won't stick to it. And if you don't stick to it, it's like, I don't know, hi Elizabeth, it won't really connect with the audience, and you're then there and then you're gone, and people don't know what to expect from you. So make the content creating fun and share it with people, and do it often, like consistently. So I also thought I would show you this one. Actually, sometimes I do struggle with, okay, what type of content am I sharing? What am I sharing about? What makes sense? What do I want to keep private? What do I want to put out there? So I put together this like mind map. Oh, that's hard. Like, okay, now this is for Instagram and this is for Facebook. So now I don't know how to do this one. As you can see, I made just a mind map where I put in the middle, I'm sharing about, and then I put in different topics that I am going to share about in different ways. Here is not put into which way I'm going to share about what topic. So for example, I'm going to talk about my journey. I talk about those tactics, like the real business tips, like this. Share content with the audience in order to build a connection, in order to, yeah, have people buy your creative work, because people buy because they feel connected to you, not just because you have something you put out there. So I share about those tactics, those business tactics, but I'm also sharing about a learning mentality that I have and that I think you should have as creative, like reading books, learning new creative techniques. Hi, Wendy. And just being out there and learning all the time. That is really important when covering sparkling creative business. Obviously, I'm talking about sparkling creative business. I'm sharing about my art, spirituality, in what the woo-woo kind of thing. With the affirmations I'm talking about, those kind of things. I put all on here, and I made some notes around it, around the broad topics. So right now I'm talking about how you know what you're going to share about as a creative in content for your audience in order to connect with them more. So this is a mind map that I made for myself, where I wrote down all the things that I'm going to share about. Hi, Graciela. So just create your own mind map. Put in the middle what I'm sharing about, and put around all the different topics you're going to talk about. Maybe it's your paintings, maybe it's, I don't know, whatever creative work you have. Obviously, something that is more personal. Maybe you're like me and you love reading and learning, and you're going to talk about the books you read and the creatives you find inspiring, and you share people you just love, and just put it on there, and maybe put even notes on it. So for example, I'm a big learner. It sounds so weird. It's not like I'm constantly pushing myself to learn, but it's just something in me that I'm constantly reading. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm doing being in masterminds. I'm following courses. So those kind of things. Make notes around your broader topics you're going to share about. And then you will have something to look at whenever you create content for your audience. And just make sure you make the content creation and the content sharing really fun. That way you truly will connect with your audience, and that way you will stay and stick with it and be consistent. So I hope this really helps you to figure out why you should share content as a visual creative, as an artist, and what type of content you should put out there, and yeah, what type of topics you should talk about, share about. Yeah, if you have any questions, totally just let me know. Ask them now when we're still live, but also just, yeah, just tag me or ask it below in the comments or something, and I will make sure to answer them. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming on. If you're over on Instagram listening to me right now, and you want to see all the Q&A sessions I'm doing over in the Sparkling Creative community, then go into my profile, and there is a link so you can join the Sparkling Creative community. And if you are listening over here on Facebook, you're already in the community, obviously. So yeah. I am now going to make this like a weekly thing. So every single Thursday, I'm going to come on and answer a couple of, or one question actually from one person that I got. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this is really helpful. If you have questions yourself connected to this content topic, or just in general other questions, just send me a DM or comment below. Yeah. I now wish you a sparkling day. If there are no questions, I'm totally going to hop off and pick up my kid, because he's done in school now. So I don't see any questions coming in. So I just wish you a sparkling day. Bye for now. And now I need to end it here and here. Whoop.